Let's go there. Gama Zampara, Dambulo Bana. Gama Zampara. Wallahi. Allah nake ba ku labari. Mutuwa su ba su ba kayan su Dambulo Bana.
The issue of insecurity in Nigeria has become a grave concern to all well-meaning citizens. Most of whom continue to wonder how the country arrived at such a state where no one is safe. The problem is escalating rather than abates. Nigerians speak on why there is a reason for them to protect themselves.
First of all, we'll start by saying the federal government are trying, but it's not enough. If they legalize the use of weapons by citizens, before they do that, maybe they train these citizens on how to use it legally. I think it will really go a long way to help in the security condition of the country.
It's better for the security agencies to still be the gun handlers, let them sit up to their responsibilities and protect life. They are the ones representing the government.
Nigeria is not yet matured to be allowed to be carry arms. It will now become a jungle justice that nobody can control.
I would have said yes, though, for each Nigerian to have a gun to actually use it to protect themselves. But people use it as an avenue to commit other heinous crimes which would be illegal to the country. So, as a matter of fact, I would say no in that aspect. Before one could have an access to gun, it would be good if they would be given a license first before giving them a gun. That would be very, very much okay. But they can't just, give it to vulnerable people that's in masses. If they are being given guns in masses, they will use the gun in committing various crimes, which I just stated earlier in my statement. But if only they could give them a license then a gun, that would be so much lovely. Even me, as I am standing in front of you, I will do the same.
President Muhammadu Buhari once said politicians were fueling the insecurity in the country. Also, the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, said insecurity is being fueled by the opposition party in the state. Similarly, Governor Bello Matawalle of Zamfara State has linked banditry and terrorism to some respected and powerful people in the state. If such statements are true, why do the politicians use such a method to get elected into office? And why should the lives of ordinary Nigerians be affected?
The kinds of politicians that do that are politicians that are professional politicians. There's a difference between professional politicians and professionals in politics. Professional politicians solely depend on politics to make a living, and so they resort to whatever means necessary, because that's the only way they can make a living. And in doing so, they end up looking for vulnerable youths that can be used against political opponents because of their insatiable appetite for power. In other words, when a politician is a professional politician, he has an insatiable appetite for power. He wants power at all cost, because there is no other way for him to make a living. And so it becomes a danger, and he uses whatever tool he can. And because there's poverty in the land, because the government is not doing good when it comes to our economy, and we all know that. So the vulnerables are the youth. They leave school, they don't have jobs. Even the ones that don't go to school are not trained for jobs, but they must feed themselves. And so when these professional politicians reach out to them, okay, because of their vulnerability, they allow themselves to be used. And that is why we have a lot of lawlessness, we have a lot of issues of violence, we have a lot of issues of kidnapping, And everything that is endemic that happens in the nation, most of it comes from youths that are being used for this purpose.
According to experts, insecurity affects economic growth by drying out investments, increasing unemployment, and dwindling government revenue. However, poverty, illiteracy, and neglect of the youth in many of the northern states seems to have created ready pools of recruits that find solace in the use of arms and ammunition. Our security agencies, the Nigerian Armed Forces and the Nigerian Police Force, are saddled with the responsibility of protecting the lives and properties of Nigerians. But how can they protect the citizens when they lack the manpower and logistics to operate?
When the security itself were not well equipped with the right weapon, and the armed people, the banditry or whatsoever who are causing mayhem in the country are well equipped even more than the security themselves, how would they be able to go there? I've had a series of incidents where some people will call the police. They say police will start asking, okay, what kind of gun, what kind of rifle are they holding? Why are they asking that? Because you cannot hold AK47 maybe probably with a 48 ram, and you want to go and face somebody with a magazine, a machine gun. You will not be able to go there. And the reason why they will not also go there, or the security issue, is that you look at it, most of our security men have been abandoned. And why if you have been abandoned, you will discover that you will not have that kind of courage to say, okay, you want to go and put your life 100% at risk, because when you go, your life has gone and your family who is going to take care of. Everything is just gone.
One of the many responsibilities of a government is protecting the lives and properties of its citizens. The government must address insecurity challenges, education, and infrastructure. We need to work together to solve societal problems, religious extremism, and peaceful coexistence. As Nigeria is working to the 2023 general election, the government of the day must address citizens on religious tolerance, peace, and unity. The youth must stay away from thuggery, drug abuse, religious manipulation, so as to have a united and peaceful nation. In Abuja, Nasir Usman for Signature Show.